Hey folks, I'm here to shoot a little video, some pickups that I got up at Electric Ladyland and the Great Escape here in Louisville. They're probably well over a month old, but uh, I'm wanting to go ahead and shoot them so I can go ahead and start getting them cleaned up. Uh, but let's take care of some other business first. First, how about those Dolphins? Beat the Bears. I didn't think it was going to happen. Uh, Tannehill was out. Brock Osweiler was in. The game was being played in real field temperature of somewhere around 102. So I thought that unless the unless the Bears spontaneously combusted coming out of the tunnel, uh, yeah, I didn't think that I wasn't sure how the Dolphins were going to beat them. They've got a great defense, but they did. It was ugly. It was tooth and nail. But the Dolphins hung in there and beat them. Which brings me to this video dedication to my buddy Matt Ryan, and not the Matt Ryan that quarterbacks the Falcons. The Matt Ryan that I used to go to church with, and he he was boasting on Facebook earlier this week. He said, "Hey, my Bears are going to get revenge come Sunday." And he referenced a bet and showed a picture and referenced the bet from 4 years ago. 4 years ago, the Dolphins went up to Chicago and beat the Bears, and he had to wear my Dolphins hat for a picture. Well, he said he'd be mailing me the hat, his hat, this time. And to Matt, I'd like to say, it looks like my Dolphins saved you some postage. You're welcome. So it was a great game. I mean, that was a man. That I can't even tell you the ups and downs. Uh, Thought was so excited, knew we were going to win, and then Kenyon Drake fumbled on the 1 yard line, and I thought, oh great, now it's not going to happen. But it just kept going back and forth. So anyway, that's what you live for on NFL Sunday, is to have exciting games like that. Now let's get into this pile of records. The first little stack will be Great Escape. The second one will be Electric Ladyland, and these are just some random pickups. I don't even think I got them all on the same trip to each store. I just remember which ones I got where. So first, now this is going to be out of season, but it's Ramsey Lewis, Sound of Christmas. They have their Christmas albums over by where they have some dollar records, and I saw this and thought, Ramsey Lewis Trio, Sound of Christmas. That I'm not gonna take a chance of losing that between now and Christmas time. So it is a let's see here. It is on an Argo label. It's ultra high fidelity limit. I can tell you right now, that's a thick record. It says long playing 33.5 RPM unbreakable. But looking for a date on it. But I don't see one. That's alright. Ramsey Lewis, Sound of Christmas. I know that will be good. So we're going to be all over the place genre wise, I'm telling you now. The greatest hits of Hank Williams. It's 2 record set. It is put out by, it is on this special products division of MGM. probably should have looked at it closer. I have a box set on Hank, I believe, and I bet a lot of these are on it, but that's okay. It was only a couple bucks, so. And that's the greatest hits of Hank Williams. Then I showed this in a haul recently. I found a better copy of Stephen Stills, just the album Stills, him in that Cleveland Browns jersey. How about those Browns? Actually won a game. They got whooped by the Chargers today, but that's okay. They're still doing better than they have in a while. On Columbia. Of course, original inner sleeve. So we'll clean this up and see how it does. Next one. This will be, no, this is Mr. Mister, I Wear the Face. I still need to get the big album, Welcome to the Real World. But I saw this. I'm a big Richard Page fan. I think he has an absolutely incredible voice. So obviously I do like I have watched this. It's on RCA. This was the album I think that came out before Welcome to the Real World. And finally, from The Great Escape, Pat Travers, Black Pearl. Seems like I've really been running over a lot of Black Travers, Pat Travers. Here's the back. And that is on Polydor. Pat Travers, Black Pearl. This is a 1982 recording. All right, now the rest of the albums came from the Electric Ladyland. This one caught my eye. I just couldn't. Oh, you couldn't get away with this stuff today. So we have Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash. And it's not just self-titled. No, it's titled Johnny Cash and His Woman. So, there you go. Don't think you can get away with that today. But I don't know. He's Johnny Cash. Maybe he could. Here's the inner sleeve. Looks like a newspaper called the inner sleeve. And that is on Columbia Records. Then I found this. It's still sealed. I don't buy a lot of 12-inch singles, but this is Aretha. And Freeway of Love, which is one of my favorite Aretha songs. I just really couldn't pass that up. What a great cover. It's got a rock mix, a radio mix, and an extended remix. Of course, Clarence Clemens played saxophone, and the extended remix has a Des Dickerson, and the rock mix has a Des Dickerson guitar solo on it. On Arista. Does have the I said it was sealed. I just meant it does still have the uh, the paper on it. Then I picked up this. This is BeBe and Dixie Winans. I'm a huge BeBe Winans fan. I like CC too. This is their debut. Came out. When did this come out? 88. However, now, as with a lot of Christian albums, this must have been the mainstream release, because I believe this came out on Sparrow. I'm wanting to say it came out on Sparrow, but this is a Capitol. So you can see that's on the Capitol label. The reason why I say it's Sparrow is because I believe Sparrow Records had a heck of a year when because they did a promotion with 3 of their new artists, and those 3 new artists were BeBe and Dixie Winans, Margaret Becker, who's a phenomenal artist, incredible songwriter, and Stephen Curtis Chapman. And that's quite a crew to bring in. All of them had discographies that went well over into the double digits. You just don't often see. I mean, usually if they sign several artists, some of them are going to make it, some of them aren't. But to have 3 hit as big as those 3 did, that's pretty incredible. Anyway, next up, the Dixie Hummingbirds, gospel group. This is on Gospel Air Records and Tapes. So I don't know, is that a custom label or not? I don't know. But the Dixie Hummingbirds, good group, good gospel vocal group. Here's the back, the front again. It is what it says it is. It's a live album. Just good gospel music. The next two, let's see. This group is one that I learned about through the VC. I'm not sure. I should have put them in order. I don't know if I'm going to get the right order or not. Anyway, this group is called Stars. This is Attention Shoppers. I'm wanting to say that maybe Blackmore Rules, I've heard him talk about them, or Scott, legendary Scott Waters. This is on, great custom label. How about that? Great looking custom label. I have cleaned that one. And the inner sleeve is really cool. It's this paper bag. And then I found Coliseum Rock. And it has an original inner sleeve as well, just their logo, and it has a custom label. Both of these are albums that I'm trying because I've heard them talk about in the music community and thought I'd give them a try. And of course, in the last couple of videos, I've shown stuff that I picked up from Helix, from No Life Till Metal. Well, I found some of their older stuff. This album is Long Way to Heaven. And there was no inner sleeve on this one. It's on Capitol Records. Then I also found Walking the Razor's Edge. And let's see, I think somebody else has maybe found this. Of course, it's on Capitol as well. Again, there was no original inner sleeve. I've replaced them with MoFi sleeves. That's Walking the Razor's Edge. From what I understand, these are both good Helix albums to have. And then the last one, this was sealed when I got it, but I've cleaned it already. House of Lords. Picked this up. A couple of guys on this have also, well, several of them have been in Christian metal bands. We got Laney Cordola here, who was with Ken Tamplin in the band Magdalene. Then we got Chuck Wright and Ken Mary here on the end. I want to say that they were with Shout, maybe. And Ken Tamplin was in that band as well. But I'm not sure right off the top of my head. I'd have to look at that a little closer. So that's House of Lords. And that is it for this stack of records. So there you go. I hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Actually, it probably won't be Sunday when I upload this, but maybe a victory Monday. And we will see you soon. And may the best teams win. Good night.